Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Boom, 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 boom. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode, or let's say video or educational video. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. So guys, I hope firstly you had a great week. Things are, moving along the way you want, especially in business and in health, sending you good vibes. So today I want to continue the topic of what I spoke about last week. So last week was just talking about, in summary, how, e-commerce online small businesses don't understand about making claims, especially when it comes to trends and fashion, and how important it is to, you know, be wary of the kind of claim that you make for your small business, because you are in a field competing, with the big retailers. So I was talking about how small businesses make claims and say that they have the latest trends and fashion, which is inevitably not true, because majority of them don't actually even do, like trends analysis, and they just buy from, third-party suppliers, and they pick and they just upload on their websites. So what I want to talk about today, sorry, what I want to is I want to talk about how important it is to have newness, how important it is to refresh your, whether it's a brick and mortar, it's a store, or it is, an online store, how important it is to give your customers newness, so that they, are excited and they want to come back and shop with you. So I want to start from the beginning, really not from the beginning, but I just want to explain it from a retail perspective, what newness is and the importance of newness and how frequent newness is supposed to be launched. I know a lot of you are already thinking that when I mean newness, I mean like summer, spring, autumn, winter. That is correct, but within those quarters, there are other launches that happen, right? That will bring about newness. So when the buying and the planning teams sit down, they plan the entire season. Let's say it's 12 months, and they plan it in 4 quarters, and then they have like sub launches within those quarters. So let's say, for example, within this quarter that we are in summer, but we're heading for winter. But within the summer launches, you will find that you have the launch of transitional summer, which happens, summer is usually launched in June, right? June to November, December. So in June, you'll launch your transitional, which is items that are leading into summer. Then you've got your high summer that you launch in September. So in September, let's say you launch your summer, right? And then there's always that 1st of September craziness hype. You have to launch newness there. Then after September, there is like November. What happens in November? I want to give you like a perfect example, or let me rather start from when you launch from December to June, okay? So December to June, you're launching your winter, okay? So in December, you have your transitional into winter. You'll see the windows will change from summer to winter, okay? In December, Jan. Then Jan, there is newness that needs to be dropped into stores because people are going back to work. The actual launch is called back to work, okay? And you put in your new newness there that speaks to your customer who wants to go back to work, who wants to look fabulous at the office. So no matter what you sell as a small business, you always have to have these kind of launches within your season. Just because you're launching summer, you must know what is happening in the context of South Africa to launch newness. So you launch your back to work, and then there's back to school. And then after back to school, you hit Valentine's, okay? So Valentine's is a huge trading week, okay? That's another thing that I need to explain, like trading weeks. What does that mean? So, but we're going to focus on what newness is and why you need to launch newness. So when it's Valentine's Day, you have to launch a Valentine's Day story. So up front, when you're doing your buy for that season, winter season, from Jan to June, plan out your months so that you are launching newness every month, okay? Because what this will do, it will show your customers that you are, giving them variety. They're not looking at items that have been on your site for 8-9 months. And I see that a lot of times on these online stores, you will launch one product or at the most 6 products, and those will live on your they will live on your social platforms and on your website for the entire season with no newness, nothing. So it's all good and well when you bring out your 6 items at the beginning of a season and you say, okay, this is my winter drop. But you can't leave those on there for 6 whole months. You have to have something that in between that's going to break it up and create newness. And what newness does also is to tell you as a business, what do your customers like? What do your customers, not like? What to buy again and what not to buy again. So for example, I would suggest that as a fashion online store, that if you are embarking into this business and you're totally new, don't rush. Take your time. Save money. Look for investors who will allow for you to run a real retail business. Not something rushed and you just want to drop, a capsule of 6 of 6 items. Go out there, do your research, map out your whole year, split it into four quarters. Then take your calendar and actually look what are the holidays that are in the South African calendar. From December holidays. What's after December? Back to school, back to work, then it's Valentine's Day, then it's Easter launch, then it's Mother's Day launch, then it's Father's Day launch, and then we have your June holidays. Just map out your year and understand what are the holidays that are happening within your region, and then take those holidays and create stories around those holidays, and then map out a whole social media rollout, like something that will make you stand out and look exciting. But what I can tell you is that newness is very important, and the reason why these small businesses lose customers is because you don't keep them engaged. You don't drop new items, to keep them coming back to your business. So newness is very important. So how can you look at newness as something that can feed your numbers and your next buy? So what you do is that when you obviously, I'm sure you've got a back end analytics that will tell you, from what you place on the site, what sells the most, what sells the least, and how people enjoyed your newness or your bread and butter lines. So there's a difference between dropping newness and having your ongoing lines that you drop every season. So if you well known for dropping the best dress capsule, so let's say for example now you're up and running, you've got a real collection of 23 items per month, yes, 23 to 25 items per month, and you've split them into your categories from tops to bottoms to dresses to skirts to jackets, okay? Then within those categories, you'll dedicate 1 to 4 lines, whether it's a jacket or a top or a skirt, but it will make a nice story for each of those months that have a theme, right? And you'll notice, always like, notice how retailers do this. They will always have a back to school launch, always a back to work, always a Mother's Day launch, always, always, always some type of launch. So when they drop their launches, do the same. Shout, make it seen, make it known that you are here to stay and you're here to play the right game. So I think that's all I have to say about how important newness is and how to track your numbers, when you are launching newness. So also, that's what I actually wanted to explain, is that when you do drop your newness, always track the numbers and see how your customers are lapping up that newness, because that newness, which is like offering them something that is fashionable and on the market, you can turn that into an ongoing style. So if you know they like that particular style, you can then update it the next season, right? So if you update your previous winter to your winter that is taking place right now, and then the winter that's taking place right now is what you can update for the next coming winter. So never forget what you have launched. Keep those numbers on file so that you can always refer to them, because that's what retailers do. That's how they grow their market. They keep on referring back to their numbers, and those numbers tell them what to do the following season. You've got to be smart in this game, girls. You've got to be smart in this game. But thank you so much for joining me. Next week, stay tuned. Love you. Have an amazing week. Go out there and be great.